This thing on. This thing on. Type shit. Alrighty. It's been a minute since I've done any story time on here, but I figured why not start with this? I already got a lot of viewership, like 200K in like, oh damn, that's actually a long time ago. Fuck. But still though, this person named Darlar No Skits, freakiest girl on campus animation. This shit's about like almost an hour long, so shit. Hey, gives me more of a reason to sit down and enjoy the story. Or us enjoy the story. But alright.
Learn animation.
Wait, what is going on? Feel like a grudge. Damn.
She won't get a call back. No, she want my rags. Look, get back.
Damn.
No, we ain't cool like that.
I like how the animation looks. I haven't seen like an animation that kind of looks like this in like any story time video.
There I awaken, groggy confusion, sunlight beaming on me as I try to figure out why the ceiling is so much closer than usual. Look over and see the bitty eye clap from last night is still here, curious. Why hasn't she ejected herself from my presence and went back to her dorm? Then I get up feeling a bit anxious, like I'm missing something, so I slide out of bed and that's when I remember I'm not at my dorm, I'm at her dorm, and we smashed on the top bunk, and my stomach is currently smashed in my chest. But for some reason, I still felt like something was off. Like
Somebody else is in their dorm?
Like I was late for something, and that's when it hit me.
R-A-B-O. What the? What's with this? Feels like I'm actually like watching like a TV show. Why does it sound like the same dude who made Premiere In? Freakiest girl on campus.
Into the meeting, everyone just looking at me like, really, nigga? I thought I had made good time. I was like 35 minutes late.
35,
had already left, and the rest of the staff was just chilling, hanging out there. And the homie Dakota's like, you know, Brad's pissed, right? I'm like, when hasn't he been pissed? And she's like, when haven't you been late? And I'm like, okay. Good point. Now, I don't have any classes lined up till later in the day, so I'm just chilling in the staff lounge, and the homie Dakota starts smelling me, and I'm like, what are you doing, fam? And she's like, boy, you smell like straight funk. And I was like, yeah, I done ran like 500 miles just to get here late. And she's like, that's not what she's saying. She said I smelled like a Subway sandwich. I'm like, I'm not following Dakota.
What?
Talking about sex. You smell like I'm like, there's no way she could. And I sniffed myself in Rider's Rain. I still smell like Shorty from last night, but I didn't think it was that strong, so I like try to deny.
Did she stink?
Like, there's no way you can pull it off rip. And she asked if I took a shower before I got here, and I'm like feeling the listening but still judging energy from the girls in the room. And I know Dakota enough to know if I try to keep it 90, she's going to dig in and turn this into a bit because she's a troll. So I'm just honest, and I'm like, no. And she's like, so you ran over here with raw coochie custard still on you and didn't even wash up? And I'm like, I was trying to get here on time. You're still fucking late. Fuck you. Shut up. And she breaks my balls a bit, but you know, she's the homie, you know, we go back and forth like this all the time. She may be in an RA worth it. So as we're talking, I just feel op-ass energy wash over me, bruh. And this whole ass nigga, we just gonna call him Trent, comes in, sees me, and goes like, oh, look who finally showed up. Quick aside, I hate this nigga. There weren't many black RAs in the dorm, which I don't have a problem with, but because of that, this weirdo ass nigga always made it a point to point out my blackness, and I had the unfortunate curse of having this ass as my floor partner. He was narcissistic, condescending, corny, and the worst kind of racist. A low-key racist.
A
I don't like
low-key? Oh,
subliminals.
Lord.
I don't need bigotry going over my head. I prefer my Hicks high-key. Hit me with a shut up, and I'm like, duly noted. I know where we stand, and then I charge up my special grade bigger bomber uppercut and steal on them with a shooting.
Meek!
Steal both Martin Luther King and Malcolm X smirking in their graves.
Type
But
shit.
I hit you with them stealth attacks. Like when I mentioned I was here on a partial scholarship, he said he was confused. I was too short for basketball and too skinny for football, and I'm like, bitch, I'm here on an academic scholarship. Or when we had Thanksgiving dinner in the staff room, he told everyone to make sure I get some watermelon because he wants me to feel at home. And of course, I ate the fuck out of that shit because
Bruh.
watermelon slaps. But fuck you, bitch, you don't know me like that. And he also kept calling me Brillo pad because of my hair and kept trying to touch it. This nigga was a straight lame.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway,
this
he
nigga.
asked what we're talking about, and Dakota says we're chopping it up about how I smell like sex. And in typical lame fashion, he says, well, the only person that would smell like sex is me. We all know this dude is a virgin. I'm thinking this nigga is really like a cartoon bully from the 90s. Dog, we in college. We're grown.
Right.
Who does this?
Sound like
And
a
then he
nigga
does
from
what I
Disney
knew he was
Channel.
gonna do because he always does this. He brings up his girlfriend, who he pounds on the regular, about how even if I did have sex, I wouldn't be able to please any woman the way he pleases her. He does this all the fucking time, unprovoked, just being a braggadocious bastard. And I'm inclined to believe him because no one talks about this shit so much if it ain't true. Like, this is probably the only girl he ever made squirt, and he's wearing that shit like a badge of honor, showing anyone that'll listen. But also, bro, shut the fuck up.
I like how
If
their
you wanna harp
t-shirts
on
is
and
like a
on about
different
your life and
or
overinflate narratives of your sexual experiences, make a YouTube channel. Subscribe, by the way. But as the yaps in the background, Dakota and I ignore him, and she asks me why I've been late to staff meetings and night rounds lately. And she sniffs me again and asks, does it have to do with why I got the paint peeling right now? So I explain to her what's been going on. Now listen here. Boredom is my mortal enemy. I hate going up against boredom because it always beats my ass. I feel like my brain becomes mush when I'm bored, and if I'm bored for too long, I just lose my fucking mind. And it was just one day I was on campus and I was bored, no action, no moves, no nothing on a Wednesday evening, and I jerked off, went to sleep, played Overwatch, jerked off again.
okay.
Jerked off again. Played The Sims 4, made a
okay.
family of 3, and drowned all of their asses in the family pool by getting rid of the pool ladder and surrounded by a white picket fence. And yeah, that was funny for a bit, and then I got bored, so I jerked off again. Now, as I lay
This
there,
nigga's a
bored as
this nigga's a
I'm thinking
gooner.
there has to be something to do. So I decided to video chat one of the homies.
Oh, now that is cool. Nigga, the production
Video
is
chat my homie
insane.
Rosh, and I'm like, what up? And she got bedroom eyes on and she looking kind of ooh. And I'm like, what's good? What you up to? And she said she just chilling. And I'm like, why you look like that? And she like what? And I'm like you real relaxed or something. Like am I interrupting something? And she's like, oh, and pans the phone over to show her getting eaten out by some chick. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't have to. You could have just said. And then the girl,
Nigga, you way too comfortable.
Like, hi. And I'm like, yes.
Hi?
Random white girl that's eating out my friend. Please put her back on the phone. Anyway, do you want to hang out? And then she has a nerve to say that she's busy. And I'm like, clearly not busy enough to not pick up the phone.
Right.
And she says she can multitask, but she will old girl all day. And I said, all right, fuck you, bye. So then I try to
Fuck
find
you.
the next homie.
And that's why I get high. That's why I get loaded.
So I hit up the homie Rennie, and I'm like, what you doing? And she just goes like, Zah. And I'm like, I see. Want to hang out? And she says, unless I'm trying to get in the rotation circle, she at the house. I don't smoke, so I'm like, fuck you, bye. On to the next homie. I call Dakota. I'm like, hey,
Again?
can I come to your dorm and hang out? She says she's not on campus. She's at her parents' house. Fuck you too, bye.
Fuck
Alright,
you
so we run
too.
it back.
Bye. Is all his friends girls?
I hit up my homie Simi, and I'm like, what you up to? And she said what most people here should be doing, which is studying for exams. And I'm like, all right, from
That's
one school
fair.
to another. I see you on your nerves.
That's fair.
Anyway, can I just swing over and chill while you work? And she said no, because I'm a distraction, and I'm hyperactive. When I'm around, she doesn't get any work done. And I'm like, me, a distraction, hyperactive? How?
Hey, baby. 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 Hey, baby.
Again. Yeah, me hitting this hoe though. Damn. Wait, now that I think about it.
Stop playing. Let me beat that. Let me beat that.
Hold on. I think I'm a little bit too big.
So at this point, I've exhausted all of my options, and I'm like, all right, ain't nobody fucking me for real then. Fine, whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna find my own entertainment. You can't keep a board and down for long. So I started looking online for campus groups and activities and shit. Dude, I'm not interested in politics. I don't want to learn how to bake. And the anime club is something I already go to, but they only meet on Thursdays. But then I see this club.
Wait, you don't? Shit, I'll learn how to bake.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Kink
I'm
Club?
looking at the page on the website, and it's one of those, you know, I'm just gonna say Buddhism because I don't want to have YouTube send me to the
Wow.
the Buddhism club for students to explore, discover, and meet like-minded people. Now, the only thing I know about Buddhism were those 50 Shades of Shit movies, and from the ones I watched, they barely had any real Buddhism in it. So I'm like, I am intrigued, I am bored, and I need to know more. Now, this was unknown territory, bro, and I didn't know what kind of shit I was going to be walking into, so I needed backup. So the first line of homies were all busy, fine, whatever, it's cool. So I hit up my friend Rudolph, who didn't stay on campus, but was with his girlfriend at the time. Now, I said, hey,
Why
I'm
is
going
this
to
girl
Buddhism
animal?
club on campus and want to know if y'all want to go. Of course, being a degenerate like me, Rudolph says yes, so him and his girl both meet me at my dorm, they head out. Now, listen, you may be asking, why am I drawing Rudolph's girl as a dog?
Right.
Don't be alarmed. He is not a furry. I'm simply drawing his girlfriend as a dog because his girlfriend is a bitch. It's really that simple.
Wow.
You might be saying, that's fucked up. But now look here, listen. I asked him beforehand on a car ride on my way home. I say, hey, homie, you care if I draw your ex as a dog when I tell the story about how he went to the Buddhism club?
Oh, his ex.
And he said, of course not. I encourage you to. And I'm like, bet. I got the homie seal of approval. So don't worry. This is not
Good
misogyny.
mud.
I just don't like this bitch. So we meet up, and based off of the page, it said it's in Bowman Hall 217. So I'm like, bet, let's go. So we venture over to the hall. We find the room. Now, when
What
we
is
get
with
there, we all
this
just go, I
animation?
was like,
This is
"Alright,
insane.
so
Is that a
I'm
dick?
not going in first." And Rudolph was like, "It was your idea." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm aware. But I don't know what the fuck going on in there. Like, I don't want to walk in and catch a straight key blast of nut." So I tell this girl, I was like, all right, you going to go in first? And she's like, hell no. And I was like, well, somebody got to go in first. And we bicker with each other. And it was my idea, so I'm just going to just do it.
You should have done it in the first place.
I
don't know why you made it harder than what it was.
I ain't going to walk in all meek and scared. Them mofos can probably smell weakness. So I busted the door with the confidence of a king and say, greetings, my fellow perverts, and swagger my way through the room and sit back down in the back. And as I take my seat, I'm looking around the room, and I see people my age, older people, you know, who look like they're retired. And I'm like, oh, okay, oh, damn, okay. So freaks come in all ages and sizes. Like, this is a diverse group here.
Right.
You know, I see Granny over there with some kind of knots and strings and shit. I'm like, hey, Grandma, you can tie me up anytime. Let me
This
pop
nigga
the
here,
back
bro.
of his head and knock them dentures out, and you can show me what them gums do. But as I'm sitting there, I noticed
You sure you're not in the
they're
wrong
staring
building?
at me, and they're doing the front of the room as, you know, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here for the club. And he's like, this club? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you didn't bring anything with you. And I'm like, well, I didn't think I would. I don't really have toys just lying around, and I didn't think we'd be sharing. And he's like, what club do you think this is? And I'm like,
This is a Christian club?
Kinky sex club? And everyone just started looking at me even harder, bro.
Oh,
This was
hell
like,
no.
This is the knitting club. And I'm like,
Did you read it wrong?
not the kinky sex club? No. The Christian knitting club.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
god.
Bro.
Yo,
it was-
leave,
It
bro.
was bad enough. It was bad enough. It was a fucking knitting club.
It's
But
Christian.
A Christian
It's a
knitting
Christian.
club. This is literally like the antithesis of what I'm fucking here for. God is probably up top in his little knitted Cosby sweater getting ready to smite the shit out of my gooner ass. But then, after the embarrassment, I realized something. Them two niggas never came in the room with me. My
Wow.
homie swears, every time we tell this story, he was right behind me like a loyal nigga in the trenches. And every time I tell that nigga, he is a lying motherfucker. Like, all I saw was them niggas cartoon dust trails from how fast them niggas bolted out of there when they said it was a fucking knitting club. I thought this was a 3-man, but it was just me, man.
Them niggas just left. You suck.
My apologies, and waddle the fuck out of there. I get outside, them niggas laughing their asses off, and I'm trying to figure out
They
what
ain't
the fuck
shit,
is happening.
bro.
So I'm scouring the campus website, and it says right there, Bowman Hall 217. So I click on the little Instagram link for the Kink Club directly under it, and why I got a notice saying the club room has been moved to Bowman Hall 317.
Bruh.
Fucking floor up. Y'all niggas didn't think that that was pertinent information to update on the campus website? That's like the first shit you see, not no fucking Instagram. Regardless, we found the correct room and we walk in, and it looked like the same group of people for real. I mean, a few Discord mod looking mofos here and a few femboy looking mofos there, but yeah, pretty much the same group of people for real. And we all get acclimated, we introduce ourselves, we tell them about the mix up, and we get everybody laughing, and the club leader fills us in and what we missed and all that. And they were watching Moana, had fruit snacks and shit because they had already got done with whatever they had on the docket, and we're just chilling. But to be for real for a second, everyone here, including the club leader, were great people. Like, being there really educated me. Buddhism is more than just some Diddy type shit.
What the fuck?
Getting rid of the stigma, but also enlightening everyone on consenting safe practices and all
Yup,
that. I really
that
went in
that
on
is
some ha-ha,
real.
this is for shits and giggles type shit, but walked away being enlightened on how trust, respect, consent are all like the pillars of this hobby, and it's really more just about sexual transparency and shit. Getting all
That
that
sound.
out the way, the club leader was a level 99 freak. So she showed us
Oh.
her little briefcase of, again, because YouTube, I'm just calling them ding dongs and shit. Homie, I had no clue what the fuck a bad dragon was before I met her. These ding dongs didn't look like shit you find on the human race. She looked like something you see a Pokemon dangling with.
Nigga, she just had like an arsenal of them?
How the fuck are you even still alive? And she brought in like jawbreaker ball gags for everyone, like a little snack. I ain't gonna lie.
Stop. That is crazy. That is a crazy image. I got that gotta be the nigga. What is that freeze frame? Especially with the dog, bro. That don't make anything look better, bro. But like, why does she have that just walking? Like, why is she walking with that thing around, bro? Like, I wonder if a person just asks what's inside the briefcase, and does she like actually just shows them, or does she actually flat out just tell them what it is? Because that's, as a matter of fact, what if she's not embarrassed? What if she's not afraid to like show her freak? Let me shut up.
Like,
Never
they
mind.
slapped. I'm just gonna be for real. They was gas. But I'm talking to the club leader, and I'm like, these mofos don't hurt. And she said they did at first, but you get used to them after a lot of lube and a lot of practice.
A lot
She
of
showed me her other bag with all of her
practice.
stuff. I'ma just call them vibers, and I'm seeing shit that look like roses.
Uh-huh.
I'm seeing shit that look like microphones, and
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn. And we've already broken down the barriers at this point. So I said, you must be painting your walls the way you must be squirting. And she said it actually takes a lot for her to finish. And I'm like,
A lot.
see.
I
Look at
see.
this shit. This
Like-
is enough for an army. And I'm thinking, of course it takes you forever to finish. You done put your G-spot through every near-death experience on the planet. G-spot probably went through like 15 Zenkai boosts. No wonder it's strong as fuck. I feel sorry for whatever dude trying to smash her, because they probably fighting for their life against her G-spot trying to get to the
Right,
finish line.
bro. She making it harder out for the niggas. That's funny.
G-spot probably bench 500 tons and 500 times gravity. She probably got the type of G-spot where if you talk shit to it and be like,
Them knits are, bro.
yeah, I'm a fuck you.
Why didn't? I'm sorry, bro. This animation looks so funny, bro. That's part of the reason why I'm so immersed.
Spot probably bench 500 tons and 500 times gravity. She probably got the type of G-spot where if you talk shit to it and be like, yeah, I'm a fuck you. It'll
Probably
talk
gonna
it
speak.
back and be like, nah, nigga, I'm a fuck you. I of course didn't say all this to her, but you know, I'm looking at her and I'm just hearing all this and I'm just scared and aroused. I'm scared. You know, but
Bruh.
I asked, you know, like, how did you get involved with all this? She said it was her dude, and me surprised was like, really? And of course, her fine freaky ass got a dude completely off the market, wasted potential. But anyway,
Wasted
she said
potential
early
is
stages of their
crazy.
relationship, they had trouble with sexual compatibility. Basically, he wasn't hitting it right. And she said they weren't having good communication on the subject, so in an effort to receive actual pleasure, she started looking up self-satisfaction, all that, and eventually it led her to all these toys and all these extra kinks. And here we are. And I'm like,
Damn.
so are you still with your boyfriend? And she said, yeah, the communication's gotten better. And I'm like, oh, so you don't even need these bag of toys for real. And then she said she didn't say that. And I'm like, damn.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
honesty. But let me find out my girl being dishonest, dog. I'm gonna be like, what you mean you still got this Mario Kart ass item box with all these doodads and gadgets in it, bro? But you know, hey,
Like that'll make you feel
as
insecure,
days
bro.
go on, I start showing up to the Kink Club on each Wednesday. I didn't even need my other homie and his pet for real. I just went by myself. Eventually, there was this one girl that started showing up, and she was cool, bro. Fine shit to the maximum. And she became a regular like I did. And as we got more comfortable, we started talking a lot more. Like I was making like a whole little mini friend group here. Now, eventually, I started to realize old girl just started making beelines right towards me each time we started to meet up.
Oh.
She had like this aura as if she was waiting
Like,
for me to initiate some type
well,
of
she got that
move.
Conquerors
Nigga,
hockey or some
I'm a
shit?
male. I don't understand these kind of signals, so I didn't want to misunderstand the situation. So again, I kept it cordial. Bare minimum, I just get her snap and we text here and there. Now, mind you, the King Club is starting to cut into some of the time my staff meetings were taking place. So it's Friday at this point. I'm laying in bed with my staff clothes already on to be prepared as possible for the next meeting. Because Brad already gave us a sermon about how the next meeting will be early Saturday because he's going to be off campus and has to do some shit or another. I can't really remember. And he grilled my ass about my attendance. So I'm like, let me just remain ready so I ain't got to get ready. So I passed the time by watching some shorts on YouTube, and I see this nigga making shorts of him putting that shit on. And I'm like, damn, that nigga look fly. I ain't gonna hold you. I need to start popping out and showing niggas for real. So I go on like.
And now that I think of it, that has got me thinking. I need to pop out and show niggas too, bro. Like my wardrobe is fucking disgusting, and I gotta wash my clothes. Fuck.
Cashing my
I
ties
just
and
remembered.
trying some fits
Fuck.
and putting that shit on.
Go yard.
Damn.
I fashion my tops going for a minute, then I get hungry, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm already dressed up. You know, let me just go out for real quick. And I had my staff clothes underneath like I was fucking Spider-Man or some shit. So it's like midnight, so I head over to the Tri-Tower dorm because that's the only place that has an open food court at this time. And as per usual, everybody in there ain't mama there. People hungry just like me, drunk mofos, residents, the whole shebang. Now I get there and I get in line to order my food and I hear, what's up, bruh? And it's my homie Trail. I dap him up and I'm like, what's good? And with Trail is old girl from the King Club, and we both excited to see each other, and she looked me up and down, eyeballing the fit. And I ain't gonna hold you, I was aura farming like a motherfucker. Had my hands flowing through my hair, had my smile and light skin eyes activated like you see the fish.
Like he Gojo.
Bask in it. Bask in it. And she goes like, you look nice. And me knowing I got that shit on but trying to act like I ain't put that shit on was like, nah, I just threw something on and step out. And she kind of called my shit and said, you just threw on a pea coat, a collared shirt, a chain, and some rings and a watch. You just threw that on. And me, you know, trying to say face like, yeah, man, it's something I just threw on. It's how I dress when I'm not the King Club. And she thought that was funny. And you can kind of sense that vibe starting up again. Like she was waiting for me to initiate something. Like, go for it. It's becoming more palpable and explicit. She then said, you know, I've never seen
Look at that nigga in the background. You feel like a side character.
Come here more often, and mentioned she stays in dorms up top, and we chop it up and Trail waves us goodbye because he's just getting put to the sideline at this point. And she asked what I'm getting up into, and I'm like, some buns. And she gave me like the most intrigued but like surprised face, like, And I realized what I said, and I'm like, no, hamburger buns. I'm about to eat. And she laughs and says I'm funny, and that's when it hit me. Old girl got caught up in the aura. Like, girls don't just inject themselves in your activity unless they feeling a vibe. At least not any girl I know. And I'm thinking, I've wasted all this time BSing in the King Club. I could have locked in earlier. So we get our food and we sit down. The old girl just giving me the looks, bro. Like, the vibe is palpable. And I'm just here stuffing my face because I don't care. I'm not about to try to riz her while eating a hamburger seductively. But I'm stuffing my face. And
how do you eat a hamburger
I see across the dining hall like some light-skinned, squinty-eyed nigga just staring over, looking at us. Or I think he was looking at us. I don't know if he was looking at me or her, but I could have swore homie was staring at us. But I'm like, whatever.
He looks like a nigga that's hating.
I must be seeing shit. So the night goes on and me and old girl is vibing, going back and forth, just having a good time. It wasn't even like me trying to impress her. She was going all in on me. She wasn't asking no personal questions, just hardcore flirting, back to back, straight up. And then shorty stared me down and kept applying pressure. I got lost inside my brain as negative self-sabotaging thoughts started manifesting themselves and began multiplying. Anxiety and self-doubt feeding upon itself, making me believe that I wasn't worthy of all this flirting, and shorty was clearly trolling me. But then I realized the only way to defeat these toxic ideations was to remind them and myself the one truth that shorty across the table clearly realized herself, that I'm him.
Ain't this a moderate? Ain't this like a moderate scene? Let me shut up.
And once I bodied all them negative thoughts, oh yeah, I was locked in. So now that I'm mentally secure, I say if fuck being cautious, I go for it. So I'm like, what you trying to get up to tonight? And she just like lit up, like she was just waiting for me to ask this. She's like, I'm trying to go up to my dorm. And you know, me trying to play coy, go like, oh yeah, what we gonna get up to up there? And you know, her trying to be funny just looks at me and goes like, buns, but not the hamburger.
And not,
you might as well have been able to hear the fucking table thud with how violently I got bricked up. I ain't even finished my hamburger. I'm like, fuck this shit. Get in the elevator, and as we heading up, she all pushed up on me, and I'm just thinking, I did not expect any of this shit when I was.
Wait, hold on, nigga. Don't you got a meeting to go to? Like, don't you got a meeting to go to? I don't know, bro. Never mind.
A nice pair of cheeks to clap. Speaking of clap, today's sponsor for this video is Clap app. In the description, and on checkout, use my creator code BLardNail30 for 30% off your first purchase. Now back to the video.
You should get your bread, bro.
I realized these are some New York ass dorms, bro. My dorm hall was spacious as fuck. These dorms not spacious as fuck. It was claustrophobic. So I see her dorm set up bunk bed style, and I'm looking around. I'm like, please tell me we ain't fucking on the top. And she like, we're gonna be on the top. I'm like,
damn.
Fuck. Anyway, I take the drip off, and she pulled her hair down, and bro, like, I don't know how she got more gorgeous. She looked magnificent, bro. I was on maximum brick mode. You might as well have caught me a thwomp. That's how bricked up I was. So anyway, we get to the top bunk. I almost get scalped. I'm 5'9". I still had no vertical maneuverability with this low hanging ass. And she asked me if I'm good, and I'm like, I'm just trying to find.
No, nigga.
I can't do it upright. And she asked if I want to do missionary, and I'm like, nah, because who the fuck want to do missionary? I want to see the motion in the ocean. All right, so like I'm going in, but I'm like at this crazy acute angle, dog. Neck damn near broken. I was playing Tetris with this broad, trying to find the best position with a good angle. Then she like
like the neck, going, bro.
Mind you, the right leg, my legs like eagle spread, like gripping each side of the bunk bed for dear life, about to crack that bitch. Mind you, again, I'm a skinny nigga with skinny legs. My build does not lend itself to maintaining obtuse poses like this. I look like a JoJo character, so I'm getting my hits in, but I need either her or me to give out before my knees do legs shaking and shit. But I'm like, nah, there ain't no way I can fumble this, so I lock in.
Bro, locked in.
What it do? I ignore the pain in my legs, fight through the muscle strain, lock my spine in at this acute ass position, and clap, 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 dog. 16 minutes and 23 seconds. Yes, I remember, because I had my watch still on, and that's the duration the workout was. But I eventually hit her with that. So I collapse in the bed. I salute my legs. Good job, soldiers. Meanwhile, my dick like, what about me? And I'm like, yeah, you good.
Yeah, you good.
So old girl come up against me, head on my chest, and instantly I'm like, so this is what it's like to satisfy a woman. W experience, not gonna lie. Maybe this is why Trent won't shut the fuck up about it. But she leaned over because she didn't want to sleep in the same clothes she just got dick down in. But dog, I instantly pass out. Wake up next morning, and that brings us here. And sent me an ass. So I've been lacking on my staff responsibilities for ass. And I'm like, yeah. And she says valid. But then asked, where's the outfit I wore? And I was like, huh? And she said, you said you had that shit on, but and that's when I realized I did leave my jacket and all my other shit over there. I ain't even gonna hold you. Subconsciously, I did that on purpose for a reason to go back there, because that shit
I thought she stole it. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought she stole it.
So I texted her and said, hey, I left my stuff over there. And she said, she's still at the dorm. She ain't going nowhere. I can come by right now. I was there instantly, dog. Now, as I get my stuff back from Old Girl dorm, she said, we should link up more. And I'm like, bet, say less. So as time goes on, I don't really go to the King Club as much anymore, but I'm still meeting up with her. And as our link-ups progress, they go from quick, normal clap cheek sessions to, I don't know, dog, something more intense, more freakies, I guess. I ain't got the words for it. Like, there was the one time I brought her to my dorm.
Oh, so it's getting freakier and freakier each.
Whole time she looking out my window at our bridge lounge, and I'm like, all right, okay. Now we really don't talk much. She get over, I tried to spark a convo, she shut that down and said she trying to get straight into it. So I'm like, bet, in my spacious dorm ceiling all the way in heaven, more than enough space, let's get down to. And then she says, you guys have a really nice bridge lounge, and I'm like, yeah, the bridge lounge.
She want to do it in the bridge lounge.
She's like, it has glass on all sides, it's very scenic and atmospheric, and I'm like, yeah, glass, scenery, what are we talking about? We should fuck in the bridge lounge. And I'm like,
damn.
And I'm like, all right, let me get this straight. You want to go from my roomy, cozy dorm with immaculate mood set vibes,
right,
and fuck in the bridge lounge, the lounge my whole dorm goes through to get somewhere or another, the
right,
lounge with glass that niggas not even the dorm can see through. And she said, yeah. And I'm like, and again, I'm bricked up, so I can't even think properly right now.
This nigga
right
said
now.
yes.
So I'm
that's
like, all right, sure, but we bring in a blanket, and she said that's fine, and then we go from there. So we get to the bridge lounge, and I'm like scanning the area to make sure there's no people there, and I'm like, thank God. So I like turn the lights off because, you know, not trying to broadcast, I'm fucking in here. I ain't even gonna hold you. That shit turned into a movie, dog. We get on the couch, she throw the blanket over us, she do what I like and take that hair down, and she just start riding. And I'm like scared. But it's also kind of exciting.
Holy water, nigga.
Hot as fuck. Like the moon was out and the light is shining through the bridge lounge and the glass got it reflecting everywhere and it's all cinematic and shit. And I'm like, damn, she wasn't lying. This shit kind of getting me going. And as we go, the lights click on and I'm like, fuck. And she like ducks down on the side of the couch out of view. And I look back and it's one of my coworkers and one of the security.
Oh my God.
Of course, night rounds. It's what all the RAs do. And of course, I wasn't thinking about all that at all, given the situation. And I'm gonna be for real. We really just half-ass these night rounds. Like, if a situation ain't too suspicious, we just go about our night. And my coworker asks what's up, and I say, I'm just chilling. She ready to head out. But this security guard trying to earn all of his 15 an hour, I guess, start asking all these fucking follow-up questions and shit. And he's like, were you in here with the lights off? Just chilling? And if I
just
come up with
chilling?
My old girl just start going to town under the sheets while I'm talking to these niggas. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop! And she don't stop. And as I go back to trying to lie to these niggas, I just go like, well, I came in here to get away from my roommate. You know, his snoring is a pain in the ass. I'm just chilling out here, man. No worries. Now, I don't know if they bought the story or didn't give a fuck, but they said, all right, good night, and kept it going. And as they leave, old girl come up with my soul in her mouth. And as I lay there trying to compose myself, I'm just like, this motherfucker is a freak. And I'm realizing
she was in that
off on this voyeuristic shit, bro. Like, this is her kink. And the shit just start progressing. Our link ups get more risque. Like,
it gets
fucking in the library. But everybody fucking in the library. That wasn't really nothing.
Yeah, really ain't.
Grass fields at night. Nope. We behind a dumpster. We fucking in her car. And I'm like,
nigga,
dog, this I gotta slow down because this is becoming like a little too much. Like, it got to the point she would start texting me places she wanted to go fuck and what position and shit.
Stairwell at
worse, like off limit shit we not supposed to be in. Like, she even asked if we could fuck in the staff room, and I'm like, fuck no, I'm barely not getting fired as it is. So we meet in the middle and settle for the band room, which is a room of the dorms that had soundproof booths and shit for the band to practice their instruments. And all I can say is a skin flute was getting played in that motherfucker. But eventually I start getting weary. Like, the spirit is willing, but the body is weak.
Yeah, your ass get tired.
Outside of the stuff I learned about her in the Kink Club and the few snaps we sent back and forth and all the fucking, I don't know shit about old girl, and she really don't know shit about me. Like, we have a working relationship, not a personal one, and it's always just about fucking. So I'm chilling with Rochelle and Simi, and I get a text from her with a place she wanna meet and the position she wanna fuck in. And I just let out a huge ass sigh, dog. And Rosh asked what's wrong with me, so, you know, I fill him in, and I tell them, can't believe I'm saying this, but, like, I'm tired of fucking. Like, it'd be nice if she asked, hey, do you want to just hang out or play cards or some shit? Or hell, just watch a movie over a glass of cranberry juice or some shit. But it's like straight to business.
Ew, cranberry juice?
Shots over a balcony at 4 p.m. and Roch's dumbass ass if she's bi. And if I don't want her, you know, let her take a spin at her. And I'm like, I'm being serious. And she said she was too and asked what old girl looked like. And, you know, so I show her and Roch gets all surprised and goes like, I think I know that bitch. And I'm like, damn, Raj, like, don't tell me I've been fucking your sloppy seconds, dog. That make me feel even worse. And she said no, but she has a homie that might know her.
Oh.
And she started going through her phone. And then Simi just asked me, why don't I just tell her that I want to do something else other than sex? And I'm like, this ain't that type of arrangement. This ain't a love relationship. It's a sex relationship. And her trying to be logical goes like, but you just said you want more than sex from her, so why wouldn't you bring that up? And at the time, I knew exactly why I didn't want to bring it up, but I was lying and trying to deny it to myself.
Yo ass was in love or some shit?
I wanted her to be my girlfriend.
Yep.
Like, I was new to the f***ing game at this point, so if I'm f***ing somebody each way from Friday at a different locale every day, I'm like, maybe there's a bond there. But deep down, I feared that that's not what she wanted, and if I broached the subject of being official, it would make it weird, and then it might just f*** up the consistent access to cheeks I was currently getting. But Simi is smarter than the motherfucker. Like, one of the smartest people I knew, and she just read me like a book and already knew what was going on, and she just tells me I shouldn't force myself to be in an arrangement that's not fulfilling me. I'm scared that if I go against this roadmap of sex she has laid out for me, she's just gonna leave me out the whole relationship. And again, me lying to
My mic just fell. My mic just fell. My bad. Everything should be good now.
myself, tell her
But yeah,
no,
she's definitely gonna
so
leave your
deal with
ass
the trouble.
the moment you
Just
say some
take a
shit like
nap
that, bro.
and meet her at the spot, and Simi using all her little wisdom points she got from her psychology minor just hits me with the, if you're exhausted at the mere idea of doing what she wants you to do, but you're doing it anyway because you're afraid it'll end this arrangement, it's not an arrangement that you should be in. It's a form of self-harm. If you care about her, then you'll tell her you want more than just sex, and not just show up to use her for her body. And if she cares about you, she'll either reciprocate that, you guys go on an actual date, or you guys end whatever this is and you're better off for it.
5 minutes later.
Guess what my sister gave me? Yeah, look at this, bro. Look at this. One of the top 5 best flavors too, bro. But anyways,
And again, she is right.
let me go back.
If you care about her, then you'll tell her you want more than just sex, and not just show up to use her for her body. And if she cares about you, she'll either reciprocate that, you guys go on an actual date, or you guys end whatever this is and you're better off for it. And again, she is right, but at the time, I wasn't trying to hear that shit. Like, I just got into an arrangement where I was having consistent sex. Like, what dude would want to f that up? I should just change my mindset and stop letting emotions take reign and just enjoy what I got. And I said as much to Simi, and you could see the disappointment in her face, dog. And she just goes like, whatever then. Do what you want. I ain't your mom. Why should I want better for someone that doesn't want better for themselves?
Damn.
I'm not gonna hold you. That last comment kind of almost triggered me because
Damn.
it was kind of salty. She said it saltily, like she was taking a jab, and I was about to say something back, but Roch interrupted both of us and told me she found old boy. She showed me her phone, and it's a picture of some light-skinned dude posing with old girl.
Damn, now
And
I.
I'm like, "This."
Oh, he's been cracking her. He's been. Oh, she been in a relationship. Whole time you.
But Roch interrupted both of us and told me she found old boy. She showed me her phone, and it's a picture of some light.
It was the nigga that was hate watching earlier.
Like, who this? And she said it's her plug. And she remembers he was messing with old girl a while back. And eventually he stopped fucking with her because she said she was crazy. She showed Simi, and Simi goes like, dude look like me. Roch agrees. I look at dude, and I ain't gonna hold you. Bro did look like me. He was a skinny, light-skinned dude with squinty ass eyes. And then it hit me. That's the nigga that was
Same dude.
at the food court. Then my heart started beating fast. I'm like, hold up, like what in the Tyler Perry have I gotten myself into, dog? And I'm like, what else do you say? And Roch said she remembers he just said that they was fucking, and the sex got freakier and freakier until she started doing shit he wasn't cool with. And I'm like, what happened then? And she said he tried to break up with her, and she started acting psycho, and it's been a wrap.
Oh.
I look at Simi look at me, and I look at Roch, and I'm like, you
Oh.
FaceTime this nigga right now, dog. Call this nigga right now. So Roch get him on the FaceTime, dude pick up, and Roch was like, hey, bro, I gotta talk to you real quick. And he asked asked if she want to re-up, and she like, nah, but my dude want to talk to you, man. I hop on that phone, and I was like, hey, bro, I saw you one night at Tri-Towers. You saw me with old girl. Hey, Roch told me you used to fuck with her. I need to know what happened with y'all right now. And from my squint eyes, I could see in that squinty eyes the PTSD flashbacks. Bro recapped his tale, and dog, it was really like some type shit.
I played these games. Oh, Squid Games really fell off. That's the sad part, bro.
He said she rizzed him up at the dining hall. They start f***ing. It's cool. Then it progresses. The sex gets freakier. The place is more non-discreet. And it came to a head when they were in a parking lot and some cops rolled up on them. The cops gave them a warning, but this is when I found out you can go on a registry for shit like that, like public indecency.
Yeah, you can't do it in public.
And I was like, ain't no way, dog. And he said, yes, bro. My life flashed before my eyes. I'm so glad it was an asshole cop. He left me off with a warning. But after that, I told old girl, we just gotta go back to basics and just keep it chill. And she said she ain't trying to do that. And dude said, well, he can't keep risking it, but he still want to be cool with her. And apparently she went off, start calling that nigga Lil Dick, lopside sack, and just dogging that nigga.
Wow.
She been with better and blocked that nigga. And I'm like, dog, you saw me at the dining hall. Why didn't you warn a nigga? And he said, bro,
He don't know you?
For one.
Like, what you mean?
For two, you gonna have a bunch of freaky sex with a baddie, but she a little crazy nigga. What nigga would have listened and not ignored me?
Right.
And I'm like, honestly, yeah, you right. You got it. I wouldn't have believed you. And bro was like, don't even feel bad about it. Because he wasn't the first. He found out later she been with tons of dudes that looked similar to him. She was running through...
Oh, she got a type.
Football and basketball players. He was just one in a long line of so many. So the only way to break free from the cycle was to remove himself. And I felt deflated. Whole time I thought I pulled shorty by being me, having the aura.
Nigga, she don't give a
false. I
fuck.
wasn't him. I was just one of them. One of many. I wasn't that guy. I was just the next guy. And I was like, I have to confront her. I have to see the
Dude, the eyes look crazy.
So Roch hang up on the nigga. We all sitting in silence for a minute. And I'm contemplating like, what the fuck I'm about to do, dog? Because I ain't trying to end up on no registry. And Simi says, so you're going to break it off with her, right? And I'm like, yes. But like, now I'm kind of nervous. And Roch said, why? Most she going to do is bug out, call you little dick, block you when you move on with your life. And I'm like, yeah, but...
He don't
call no little.
Right. No one to be hurt.
It's like, is your dick little? And I'm like, hell no, my dick ain't little. I destroy planets. Nigga. I split the seas. I got the BBC gene type 3.
Ugh.
So who cares if she call your dick little? Bitch get mad at me and say my pussy loose, but I know I can squeeze the juice out of an orange with that hoe. And I'm like, alright, you right. I'm gonna break it off with her. And I pull up my phone. And Simeon Roger was like, right here? You gonna do it right now? And I'm like, hell yeah. Y'all
Yeah, why not?
Opinions and shit. See the results, niggas. Shit, I'm made. I ain't dealing with this shit in person. So I called her and she picked up and said, you meeting me at the spot? And I'm like, about that. Like, I kind of wanted to know if you just wanted to chill. Like, just hang out and link up another time. And she's like, nah, I want to meet at the spot. And I'm like, I feel you, but like, I feel like I don't really know you, like for you, and I just want to get to know you, like outside of sex. And I just see Simi staring at me while I say this, and she says, I'm good. Like, you trying to meet at the spot?
I'm good.
All right, well, unfortunately, I thought we were cool to where we could be honest and know each other on a personal dog. I didn't even get to finish what I was saying. She interrupted the fuck out of me and said, I'm not trying to hear all that. Like, you trying to meet at the spot? Like, you doing too much talking. You need to come the fuck on. And I look at Roger and Simi, and I collect myself because I'm like, okay, no the fuck she did it, bro. And I lock in and tell her a bit about herself. And it was like we was in our own little pocket realm as everything else faded out of relevance. I try to be civil. Like, I don't understand what the problem with me just saying I want to take a pause on all the sex. And just get back to, you know, how we were back at the King Club, you know, just talking, conversing. Like, we was cool. We wasn't really talking about anything deep, but we was cool. Why can't we have that and the sex? And she said that she was just doing that to make sure like I wasn't no weirdo and to see if I matched her freak. We already got past all that. There ain't no need to go in reverse. And I'm like, it's not going in reverse. That's how
Right.
most relationships start. And she hit me with, I'm not trying to have no relationship with you. You hit it right, and that's all I need. That's all you should be concerned about. And that's when it hit me, bro. Like, I was,
She was just-
denying it, but it just came to a head at that point. I had caught feels for someone
Yeah,
who
bro.
wasn't really trying to feel me. She wasn't mine, it was just my turn with her. Simi was 100% right, and that's when I thought, is this how I probably ended with all the other dudes? Like, I've been in her guts each side from sideways, but I was really trying to get in her heart. But I guess there ain't no room for me. And I'm like, you know, it was all consensual. I was down for it all, but hearing her basically say I was just an object for her made me feel icky. Like, I don't know, I was just a plaything. And I'm like, is this what that shit feels like, dog? Because this shit sucks. So I said, fuck it. This ain't for me then. I ain't trying to mess with you no more. This was fun and the best sex I've had. Thank you for the experience. But I gotta break off from all this. And it's like you could see the look in her eyes. Like the mere idea of rejection just triggered her. Like I truly was her property, and the mere fact that I had
Her property
was not it. Everything was good with us when she had her way, but when I wanted to say it just went left. I could feel her transforming into a whole different person, a monster, and she just came at me with vicious verbal attacks.
Ah, this is where the opening scene come from. Throw a punch, nigga. Throw a punch, nigga. We. Meek!
After dodging all her slander and hitting her with a mean retort, I realized that she wasn't getting any weaker. She wasn't slowing down. She was getting stronger. Like the very act of entertaining this argument was feeding her energy and at the same time draining mine. Like I was not prepared for this to be a prolonged argument. And then she just entered her second phase and came at me with even more ferocious attacks. Dog, Simi was right. I should have just said my piece and let it go.
Yeah.
This clearly turned into way too much for me to handle.
God
Started
damn.
me with a barrage of insults. She hit me with her final blow.
Damn. Did you just say your big small? Ooh. Wait, did she just... Oh, small anyway.
And as I recovered from the assault I just went through, Rach and Simi just look at me. And Rach's dumbass is like, well, see? You got through it and your shit ain't even shrink. And I'm just like,
Bruh.
bro, shut the fuck up. So next staff meeting, I'm at that bitch dirty. Like, I'm just chilling there 30 minutes before anyone else arrives because it's like I ain't had shit else to do. And everybody's surprised as fuck, even though I suffered through the fucking meeting and shit. And afterwards, I'm chilling in Dakota ass early. So what's going on? And I tell her, it's not like I had anything else to do. Me and no girl called it quits, and I tell her what happened. And she just looks at me and says, valid. And I'm like, yep, valid.
Good
Now,
job.
Outside of the staff room, though, I see Trent's
Oh,
coming,
Lord.
and behind him,
Oh!
care, and
He...
and it's the club leader from the King Club.
That's his girl. That's why he be spewing all of that. That is insane. That is insane. So he's nothing without his girl. Quite literally, he's nothing without this chick, bro.
And I see them kiss, and she hands him like his book bag or whatever the fuck. Me and Dakota just watching. Trent comes in and says, you know, what's up, virgins? And now my whole perspective.
Wait a minute. Yo. She uses her the little things. Oh, wow. I mean, I want to say what I want to say, but I can't say it right now because somebody gonna hear me. But yeah, he can't satisfy her. That actually just, hold on. That just made me smile, nigga.
Now, because I'm like, Trent, who is that? Is that your girlfriend? And he says, yeah, that's my girlfriend. And I'm like, so that's the one you always talk about, right? The one who you smash and all that, right? And he said, yeah, you know, I know you've never seen a hot girl before, but that's all me. And then as he starts yapping, I'm tuning that shit out, because I start thinking back to when I was in the King Club and the conversations I was having with her.
You could snitch right now.
I started dying, bro. God, my motherfucking ass. I knew this nigga was cap. I knew it. That nigga was cap. You ain't pleasing shit. The only thing you pleasing is the bad dragon manufacturers providing a loyal customer, nigga. I'm fucking dying, bro. And I don't tell him why I'm laughing, because I see his confusion is making him more irritated. And Dakota asked what's happening, so I whispered to her, and she started dying with me, dog. I've never seen Trent's bitch ass so speechless. That nigga was heated because we was laughing, and I'm telling his ass why. Lame ass nigga, you wasn't happy or yapping no more.
Oh my god.
Next time on Be Our
Oh, what the fuck?
And I yap and go over the whole situation while I'm heated and Rochelle just not listening to me. And I'm just like, damn it, Roch. This isn't your everyday average white girl. This is a special grade cursed snow bunny. If we don't get rid of her, she's going to bring nothing but problems and headaches.
Wow. This story didn't even feel that long, bro. Nigga's almost been an hour. Oh my god. But yeah, bro. Oh my. This was. Hold on. First off, out the gate, immediately gonna do that. That was an amazing story time, bro. Oh my god. That felt so good to hear that, to see that last part of them just dying laughing, bro. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. He didn't tell her, but I ain't gonna hold you. I would have told that nigga to his face and ruined their relationship. I'm a little bit too petty, but like, god damn, bro, saying stuff. I plan on watching more videos of his. He kind of entertaining, and I also like the animation style. I feel like his is kind of unique. It kind of gives me like I don't know, bro. His animation style feels so familiar. I just can't wrap my head around it. But anyways.